Welcome to Ancient Tracks, a Beast Inquiry. Today, we'll delve into the fascinating history of Bigfoot sightings in Arkansas. From the early 1800s frontier reports to the well-known Fouke monster, join us as we explore the legends and encounters that have captivated generations. The legend of Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is one of North America's most enduring and captivating mysteries. While most commonly associated with the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, reports of Bigfoot sightings have emerged from various parts of the continent, including the state of Arkansas. In the early 1800s, Arkansas was a rugged and largely unexplored territory, and it is here that some of the earliest accounts of wild man began to emerge. These historical encounters contribute to the rich tapestry of Bigfoot lore and provide a fascinating glimpse into the frontier-era interactions with the unknown. Arkansas was a wild frontier teeming with dense forests, swamps, and untamed wilderness. The state's rugged terrain, particularly in the Ozark and Ouachita Mountains, was largely unexplored and sparsely populated. The region's isolation and the harsh living conditions of the time created an environment ripe for tales of the unexplained. Frontier settlers, Native Americans, and explorers all contributed to the oral history of strange encounters with wild men, mysterious, hairy creatures that defied explanation. The Ozark and Ouachita Mountains, with their dense forests and rugged landscapes, provided an ideal setting for mysterious sightings. These areas were less accessible and less populated, making them perfect habitats for elusive creatures. The thick canopy and abundant wildlife added to the mystique of these regions, often shrouded in fog and mystery. One of the earliest and well-documented sightings of a wildman in Arkansas dates back to the 1830s. Reports from this period describe encounters with a large, hairy, human-like creature roaming the forests and swamps. These accounts were often passed down through generations as part of local folklore, adding to the mystique of the wild man. In one notable incident from 1834, a group of settlers near the White River reported seeing a creature that stood nearly 7 feet tall, covered in dark hair, and possessing a distinctly human-like face. The creature reportedly fled into the woods upon being spotted, leaving the settlers both terrified and intrigued. Such encounters were not isolated. Similar reports emerged from other parts of Arkansas, painting a consistent picture of a mysterious, elusive being. As settlers moved deeper into Arkansas, the sightings of wild men began to make their way into local newspapers, capturing the public's imagination. In 1851, the Memphis Inquirer published an article detailing the capture of a wild man of the woods near the St. Francis River. According to the report, the creature was described as having long, flowing hair and eyes like balls of fire. The article sparked widespread curiosity and debate, with some readers dismissing the account as a hoax, while others believed it to be genuine evidence of a previously unknown species. One of the most famous reports comes from the October 1856 issue of the Caddo Gazette, which detailed an encounter near Greene County, Arkansas. The report described a creature with a form human but as hideous as a wild beast. It was said to be covered in hair and left footprints that measured over 13 inches long. The creature was reported to have a terrifying howl that echoed through the forests, adding to its mystique and fearsome reputation. Native American tribes in Arkansas, including the Quapaw and the Caddo, had their own legends of wild men and forest spirits. These stories often depicted the creatures as guardians of the forest, beings that existed on the edge of human understanding. While these tales differed in detail, they shared common themes of respect and caution towards the unknown entities that dwelled in the wilderness. The Quapaw and Caddo tribes believed in spiritual beings that inhabited the forests and mountains. These beings were often described as large, hairy creatures that walked upright like humans. The tribes saw them as protectors of nature and messengers from the spirit world, emphasizing the sacredness and mystery of the natural environment. While the term Bigfoot wasn't coined until the 1950s, the creature reported in Arkansas during the 1800s is often retrospectively linked to this modern legend. One notable instance is the Fouke monster, also known as the Boggy Creek Monster, which was later popularized in the 1972 film The Legend of Boggy Creek. Although most sightings of the Fouke monster occurred in the 20th century, its roots can be traced back to these earlier wildman reports. The Fouke monster, sighted in the swampy regions around Fouke, Arkansas, shares many characteristics with the wildman of the 1800s. It is described as a large, bipedal, ape-like creature covered in hair. Reports of the Fouke monster began in earnest in the early 1900s, but were likely influenced by the folklore and wildman sightings of the previous century. These modern sightings often included descriptions of the creature's glowing eyes and eerie howls, much like the earlier reports. The reports of wildmen in Arkansas during the late 1800s reflect the cultural and social dynamics of the time. These stories often emerged from isolated communities where oral traditions and local folklore were central to daily life. The wildman became a symbol of the untamed wilderness, representing both the fear and fascination that the frontier held for settlers. In the 1800s, life on the frontier was challenging and isolated. Communities relied heavily on oral traditions and storytelling to pass the time and convey cultural values. The wildman stories fit into a larger tradition of tales about the unknown and the supernatural, serving both to entertain and to instill a sense of respect for the natural world. Newspaper accounts and local legends helped to spread these stories, creating a sense of intrigue and mystery that transcended regional boundaries. The tales of the wildmen contributed to the broader American folklore of the Wild West, a place where the boundaries between the known and the unknown were constantly being tested. These stories added to the mythos of the American frontier as a land of adventure and mystery. The mid-19th century was a time of burgeoning scientific exploration, and as interest in natural history grew, some scientists, naturalists, and explorers sought to investigate the wildman sightings. Attempting to categorize and understand these mysterious creatures, some hypothesized that the sightings were of escaped circus animals or feral humans, while others speculated about the existence of a yet undiscovered primate species. The stories continued to intrigue both scientists and the public. While many embraced the stories of the wildmen, there was also a healthy dose of skepticism. Some attributed the sightings to misidentified animals, overactive imaginations, or outright hoaxes. Skeptics pointed to the lack of physical evidence and the often sensational nature of the reports. Despite this, the legend of the wildmen endured, laying the groundwork for the modern Bigfoot mythos. The wild man sightings in 1800s Arkansas are an intriguing chapter in the broader legend of Bigfoot. These early reports provide valuable historical context and highlight the deep-rooted human fascination with the unknown. As we continue to explore the mysteries of our world, the stories of wild men in the Arkansas wilderness remind us of the vast, uncharted territories that still hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. Whether rooted in reality or born from the imaginations of frontier settlers, the legend of Bigfoot endures as a testament to the allure of the unexplained. The rich folklore and historical accounts from 19th century Arkansas continue to capture the imagination and inspire curiosity about the mysteries that still lie hidden in the natural world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the legend of Bigfoot in the 1800s Arkansas. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more intriguing tales to life. If you have an encounter, experience, or idea you would like to share with us, email us at ancienttracksabi@gmail.com. We can't wait to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown. Thank you for listening.